أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله وبالله، بسم الله خير الأسماء، وأصلي وأسلم على رسول الله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأصلي وأسلم على حبيبنا ومولانا ورسولنا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا. الحمد لله الذي لم يكن له شريك في الملك ولم يتخذ صاحبة ولا ولدا. الحمد لله الذي هدانا للإسلام وآتانا من أمرنا رشدا. الحمد لله الذي أعد للمؤمنين جنات خالدين فيها أبدا، وأعد للكافرين جهنم لا يخرجون منها أبدا. اللهم من اعتز بك فلن يذل، ومن اهتدى بك فلن يضل، ومن استكثر بك فلن يقل، ومن استنصر بك فلن يغلب، ومن استعان بك فلن يخذل، ومن توكل عليك فلن يخيب، ومن جعلك ملاذه فلن يضيع، ومن اعتصم بك فقد هدي إلى صراط مستقيم. اللهم فكن لنا وليا ونصيرا، وكن لنا معينا ومجيرا، إنك كنت بنا خبيرا. عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله، ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: مثل المؤمنين في توادهم وتراحمهم وتعاطفهم كمثل الجسد الواحد إذا اشتكى منه عضو تداعى له سائر الأعضاء بالحمى والسهر. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned a hadith. As a matter of fact, it is an instruction. It is a guide. The example of the mu'mineen, the believers, the example of the ummah is like one body. If one member aches, the entire body comes to the rescue, even with fever and long nights of suffering. Whenever one of our ummah suffer, we all come to the rescue. We all feel how our brothers and sisters in their dilemma, in their ordeal feel. And we cannot relate until we understand their issue. Brothers and sisters, unfortunately, the state of the ummah is a miserable state. The entire body is aching, not just one member of the body. We are back to the Andalusian era when everyone is fighting the other, brothers and sisters, until their enemies were able to take advantage of their rivalry, of their dispute. They brought their own enemies against each other until they lost. However, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not leave this ummah completely abandoned. There is always a ray of hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep it lit as a guidance, as a hope, to really stimulate our unity. Today, brothers and sisters, the anniversary of a miserable incident 6 years ago happened in the only Muslim country that I can recall in our time that was able to emerge with a pride that we have lost for a long time. A country that tried to be a role model, an example, a hope that yes, Muslims can be strong, can level to the world advancement. Muslims can contribute to world civilization as we did in the past. In Turkey, in 2016, about the same day as today, a group of people, unfortunately, completely went disarray and tried to extinguish this ray of hope for the entire ummah. They tried to kill the hope of this ummah. They tried to commit a military coup and throw away the will of the people in a country that I could not recall any other country in the world. Now let's put it this way, in the democratic world, that they have over 80% of voter turnout. They tried to steal the will of the people. They attacked the symbol of their will and decision. They killed over 200 of their own people. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala failed their plot. Our brothers and sisters in Turkey gave us a proud example that you have to fight for your right. You have to stand for what you have earned over the years, what you have sacrificed over the years. They went out to the streets, defending their democracy, defending their will to decide how they want to be governed. In a free society where there are people coming from different factions, different parties, do your best and let people vote for you. But this group who claimed to be the best over everyone else, even if they are willing to go all the way to kill and to bomb, they failed by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why does this matter to you? Why do you have to care about this? If we do not understand the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that we are one ummah, have to stand with each other, then who else? Who else? Can't we see what's happened in Indian Muslims in India? the Uyghurs in China, the Rohingya, the Palestinian, the Syrian, the Yemenis, the Libyans, the Tunisians, the Lebanese, the Iraqis, the Afghanistan, anything left? One country that is left to stand on its feet and to carry on its shoulder the entire ummah. They wanted to cut its legs. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was there. And we all owe to our brothers and sisters in Turkey that they kept the hope for the ummah, that we can fight tyranny, we can fight dictatorship, we can fight those who want to impose their will over our will. For that, today was an important day for us to remember what happened, to know that we have a responsibility for our brothers and sisters all over the world, even beyond, because we are خير أمة أخرجت للناس. We are the best among all nations, with conditions. We have to fulfill the conditions. We have to meet the conditions. Brothers and sisters, that's why we care. That's why we remember this day. That's what we try to learn lessons. That if we do not stand with each other, they don't want to leave any country living in peace. Every day there are policies and events to keep us drained in fights, in wars that take away our resources instead of spending our resources in building our countries, our people, so that we become even beneficiary to the entire world. The entire world owe their advancement to Muslims' contribution throughout history. Zero is the Muslims' invention, that today's technology is based on the zero that Muslims have invented, and their computers cannot run without zero. It's interesting how we see parallel in what happened in Turkey. The attempt, the plans that was made for Turkey, and few lessons of Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam. They tried to kill him, but he didn't die. They threw him in the well. They wanted to kill him. He didn't die. They tried to completely get him out of this world in any way that people can remember. And as a matter of fact, he became very well known, very famous. They wanted to sell him to be enslaved, yet he became a king. They tried to completely take the love out of his father, yet his father's love for him was ever increased. When Yusuf was in the prison, everybody knew that he was such an upright man. The ones with him in the prison, they got away, they got relieved before him. And he stayed behind them. But what was the result? One became a servant. The other was killed. But Yusuf became Aziz, Misr, became the king of Misr. When you are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nothing in this world can take you down. If you are not with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and believe in Him and you stay the course, there will always be enemies and those who wants to take you out. They will not be able to take you out. And the lessons in our history and every day are there. We have to increase our faith. We have to understand what are the dangers around us. We have to come together and we feel with each other. What happens in India, in Kashmir, in the Rohingya, in the Uyghurs, in Palestine, in Syria, all over. It is our issues. What happens in Istanbul is our issue. What happened in Kansas City for our black Muslim brothers is our issue. We cannot live on the sidelines. We are not an ummah that was chosen to live on the sideline. We were an ummah was chosen يكونوا شهداء على الناس. This is our shahada على الناس. Are we up to this awesome task? I'm afraid not yet, but we don't lose hope. We will be there inshallah. وتعاونوا على البر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان. Allah will be there for us. إن تنصروا الله ينصركم ويثبت أقدامكم. And we see this every day in what was happening since that time of the coup. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase our faith and increase our iman. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم فاستغفروه. الحمد لله حمد الشاكرين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى سائر الأنبياء والمرسلين والصحابة أجمعين والتابعين وتابع التابعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. اللهم واجعلنا منهم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Dear brothers and sisters, this was a reminder of the significance of this day. That we know what happened in Turkey has an implication on the entire ummah. Never think that what happens in Turkey was purely innocent, purely just a few people. They took some little adventure and they failed. The ramification of losing Turkey is huge for the Muslim ummah. Turkey is not a small country. It's not a country without history. The Muslim history is deep in the contribution of our Muslim brothers and sisters in Turkey. Our Khilafah was there. The last Khalifa was from there. And inshallah, the reverse is happening. Where it ended, it will start. And for that, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us strength, courage, perseverance to our brothers and sisters in Turkey. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring peace and blessings and prosperity to Turkey and to every Muslim country around the world. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to alleviate the sufferings of our ummah everywhere. Allahumma hadina fi man hadayt, wa afina fi man afayt, وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك اللهم لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا برحمتك واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت إنك تقضي بالحق ولا يقضى عليك إنه لا يعز من عاديت ولا يذل من واليت سبحانك ربنا تباركت وتعاليت اللهم ألهم نفوسنا تقواها وزكها فأنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون فاذكروا الله يذكركم واشكروه على نعمه يزدكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون وأقم الصلاة.